8'll get you 7.
In a world where marriage is for a 7-year term, not a lifetime commitment, follow the end of the marriages of 4 different couples.
Natalie and Justin have the perfect marriage, but when they have little spats, they think that even though they love each other, they can probably do better. Peter and Martha have a blue-collar life and are miserable. They don't get along and neither have any intention to renewing their marriage. That's coming up soon. Both have been looking forward to their final goodbye for years.
Elizabeth and Allison live in luxury. They are up-and-coming wealthy. But Allison works so hard as a lawyer that she neglects her wife. She is lonely, depressed, and can hardly wait to end their marriage. Allison has no clue. The first couple that we will join are newlyweds Nicholas and Chloe. They are completely in love and tell us all about how a 7-year marriage contract works as they sign theirs. They have 7 years of bliss ahead of them. Or will a twist of fate move their lives onto a path that they never could have imagined? Let's go to Nick and Chloe's place now.
Nicholas enters their beautiful luxury condo after a day's work. Chloe has dinner ready for them and is plating it as Nicholas approaches.
How was your day, sweetie?
Honeymoon's over, babe.
Bad day?
Not really, but you hear people say honeymoon's over a lot and they never actually say it when their actual honeymoon is actually over. So all day long I planned to say that to you today because it was my one shot to use it in perfect context.
That's awesome.
Well, you know there's not too much excitement in selling auto parts to do-it-yourselfers that have no idea what they're doing. The exciting part would probably be watching them do the job and hearing them swear at their tools, their car, and the part they just bought.
Chloe and Nicholas are eating their dinner and talking about the events of the day.
Oh. We got the lawyer documents in the mail today.
Lawyer docs?
Yeah. Our copies of the marriage agreement. No surprises there.
Chloe takes a couple of bites of her food, as does Nicholas.
Did you know that years ago, when people got married, it was for life?
I thought that I dreamt that. Is that a fact?
It's true. If you got married at like 20, that would be your wife until you die, even if you live to be 100.
That's crazy. Could you get out of it?
Yes, but it required lawyers and a judge. And court.
You're kidding me!
Oh no. It was a big deal. They started phasing in the 7-year term marriage about 35 years ago, and it has really helped people become happier. And it has drastically reduced, almost eradicated, domestic violence. And no more infighting about assets in the case of a breach. They used to call it a divorce, what we now call a breach.
I didn't pay much attention to the terms of a breach. I can see renewing our marriage every 7 years for the rest of our lives. I worship you.
Thanks, babe. I feel the same way.
The irony is that we are in an age when there are no lifetime marriages and I would get into one with you in an instant.
Chloe flashes a brilliant smile as she gathers the documents that arrived in the mail from the lawyer.
You're 1 in a million, Nick.
Chloe changes the subject.
So we need to go through this document and initial the bottom of each page to indicate that we've read it. There's nothing here that we haven't discussed, and thankfully it is written in English, not legalese.
Chloe takes the first page of the document and summarizes its contents.
Item 1. Chloe and Nicholas are married on this date, blah blah blah, for a period of 7 years from the date of this contract, blah blah blah. Item 2. Blah blah, required to maintain legal asset counsel and pay the aforementioned legal professional $200 per month, via automatic bank draft, throughout the term of the marriage.
What's that about?
That is so a disinterested third party is constantly aware of your net worth on a day-to-day basis.
Those lawyers got it going on, huh?
No kidding. What a deal. And they know how much every single person is worth, to the penny.
Chloe points to the bottom right-hand corner of the page and slides the paper towards Nicholas. He initials it. Chloe pulls the paper back to her, and then sets page 1 aside and begins reading page 2.
I forgot. How do we renew?
That's right here. In order to renew, both parties must contact their legal asset counsel before the end of the 83rd month. If no renewal takes place, at the end of the term all assets are liquidated and split 50-50. In the case of a voluntary breach, assets are split 90-10, in favor of the innocent party.
I don't get that.
Get what?
The second thing. Voluntary breach. What's that?
Oh. If one of us wants to end the marriage before the 7 years, let's say it's me, I forfeit the lion's share of our assets. I only get 10% and you are considered the innocent party. However, if I catch you cheating on me and prove it, I can file for a breach, and I am the innocent party.
Got it. I'm glad we don't have to worry about that.
No kidding.
Chloe points to the bottom right-hand corner of the page and slides the paper towards Nicholas. He initials it. Chloe pulls the paper back to her.
I would have married you for life in a second, but I see the value in a 7-year contract. I bet there are some that have quit working on their relationship and have had to step up their game so that their partner renews. Otherwise they end up alone.
I'm sure that is happening every day.
Natalie is seated at the breakfast table with a cup of coffee while reading the morning news on her iPad. Her strawberry blonde, shoulder-length hair is tousled but still very attractive. She has a beautiful smile and is so happy to see Justin enter the kitchen from the bedroom. She stops what she's doing as he enters.
Good morning, babe.
Good morning, gorgeous. Have you seen my cell phone?
No. Why?
I gotta call God and tell him that I just found his missing angel.
You are so sweet.
Natalie stands on her tiptoes and kisses Justin on the lips.
I'll make you a nice breakfast. How about that?
Sounds great. What's on the menu?
Sausage and cheese omelette.
Oh God. You can't make an omelet to save your perfect butt.
Oh. I figured it out. I watched a bunch of videos on YouTube and I got it down. Let me show you.
You want me to be your food tester? This ought to be interesting.
Geez, Justin, gimme a break. I'm trying.
You're right, Nat. I'm sorry. And I'm starved. Let's see what you got.
Justin takes the seat that Natalie was occupying and begins reading her iPad. Natalie fixes him a cup of coffee and slides it over to him.
Thanks, gorgeous.
Natalie is wrestling with some pots and pans as she is trying to gather up the necessary things to fix her husband some breakfast.
Babe, you want to head up to Boston this weekend and maybe have lunch somewhere in the North End?
Wow, that sounds like a great idea. What about Giuseppe's?
Yeah. I forgot about that place. I'm salivating for the zucchini flowers already.
Maybe I can get them to dip you in batter and then I'll eat you.
We don't have to go to Boston for that.
Natalie has finished the omelet and slides it across the table to Justin. It doesn't look very appetizing. It is clearly overcooked. Justin immediately takes a bite.
Crunchy. How do you manage to get so many shells in an omelet?
Oh, Justin. Do you have to complain every time I cook? I do the best I can.
I'm not complaining. I just asked a question. Why do you have to get so mad? If you took my comments constructively, your cooking would improve.
Oh, so my cooking needs improving?
No, babe, you're perfect.
That's a lie. You're criticizing me. That means that you think that there is a need to improve. What else could it mean?
Nat, come on. I am very experienced in the kitchen.
Then you cook.
Nat, come on. I'm trying to help. Butter has a burning point of 350 degrees. If the pan gets hotter than that, the egg will stick and the egg will brown, and there's a very easy way to get broken eggshells out of a beaten egg.
Whatever. I'm doing my best.
Natalie, I'm sorry. The omelet is delicious.
Italian restaurant, North End, Boston, Massachusetts. Justin and Natalie are seated at a sidewalk table on Hanover Street in Boston. The area is very busy with tourists, other diners and restaurant employees at this establishment as well as all the others that flank it.
This tagliatelle is insanely delish.
It looks it.
Justin reaches over and pokes his fork into Natalie's pasta and twirls it to capture as much as he possibly can, then brings the fork back to his awaiting mouth.
What do you think?
I'm not sure. I need a few more hearty mouthfuls before I can render a truthful opinion.
Nice try.
It is fantastic. You want to try the linguine with truffle butter?
Sounds amazing, but I know that's your favorite dish. You enjoy it.
The waiter arrives to remove their dishes.
May interest you in dessert this afternoon.
Yes. We will share a tiramisu.
Excellent choice, Senor. I will get that for you. No delay.
Grazie.
Prego.
The waiter departs briskly.
Hey babe, the end of our marriage is coming up and we haven't really talked about it. The contract is for 84 months, and if we plan to renew, we have to file for renewal by the end of the 83rd month, which is in like a month. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking that I love you from the bottom of my heart, and I don't need a contract to remind me of that.
I agree. I couldn't have said it better myself.
I know that if we end our marriage, it will not be bitter and I will still love you as much as I do today.
And maybe you'll find somebody that doesn't pick their feet and is capable of giving you a proper massage.
That would be awesome. And maybe you can marry a chef and someone that can actually drive a car?
Or at least someone that doesn't put cornflakes in my omelet.
Natalie playfully slaps his shoulder.
Oh, quit exaggerating. I'm not that bad.
No, you're not. I think that you're awesome, and whether we are in this marriage or not, you will always be my best friend.
I can't
But
help
I can't
but
help
wonder.
but.
Right. I can't help but wonder if we rushed into this marriage. I wonder if we each found someone that was really close and settled for that.
Right. And if we had tried just a wee bit harder, just a little harder, we would have each found the absolute perfect spouse.
The waiter returns with their dessert and puts it in the center of the table and places a fork in front of each of them.
Maybe. But it's also possible that we will never find anybody as good as each other.
True. And if that's the case, then this is the perfect opportunity to find out.
Justin takes a huge bite of tiramisu.
That's certainly a valid point.
I suppose that back in the days of lifetime marriage, you rolled the dice on a partner that you picked and you could be way off. It's not like you could call a do-over. You were stuck with that partner.
That's insane.
You were stuck with that person. For life.
Idiotic. Who came up with that?
So I'm thinking that we let our contract run out and see what happens. I'm guessing that we either won't find anyone that comes close to what we have now,
Or
we find everything that we have now and just a little bit more and attain marital bliss.
worst case, we come back to each other.
Nothing wrong with that. I could easily live with you forever.
Me too.
Elizabeth is a cute blonde, very slim. She has long straight hair and is seated at a small table with her longtime friend Sally.
Allison doesn't seem to know that I'm alive anymore. I feel so alone.
Elizabeth, that can't be. Allison is great.
And what do you base those words of wisdom on, Sally?
She's kind to you. She doesn't beat you. Do you ever argue?
Elizabeth nods no.
But she's absent. I need someone that is with me. She works so much that I barely see her.
Have you told her that you need her around?
Of course. And she says that she needs to put in the extra effort now to become a partner in the firm. She says that she's gotta pay her dues. She's paying the dues with my happiness.
You're not happy.
No! I'm miserable, Sally. I'm a single married woman, living alone. But it's almost over.
You're up for renewal already?
Oh yeah. The end of next month is the deadline to file for a renewal.
What are you gonna do?
Are you kidding? I am so out of here.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. How can you be surprised? Geez. Allison has turned into the anti-wife. She isn't physically and emotionally available to a woman that needs a wife physically and emotionally.
I'm sorry, Elizabeth. Can I help?
I wish you could, but it has to come from Allison. I don't hate her, I just don't know her anymore. I forgot who she is. She needs to make me fall in love with her again.
The living room of Elizabeth and Allison's lavish home. Elizabeth is curled up in a large living room chair reading a paperback book. The front door opens and Allison walks in carrying a large coat box under her left arm. It is 8 p.m.
Hi, babe. How was your day?
Hi. Okay. What's in the box?
Just a little something for the most perfect wife on earth.
Allison places the box on the ottoman at Elizabeth's feet.
There's no need to buy me things, Allison.
I know. But I love doing it to make you feel special. Open it.
Elizabeth reluctantly puts her book down on the end table and scoots to the edge of the chair. She removes the cover from the box and throws it onto the floor and pushes aside the tissue paper. Inside is a 3/4 length fox fur coat.
It's gorgeous. But you didn't have to do that.
I know that I didn't have to. I wanted to. I know that I'm not around as often as you'd like, so I try to make up for it.
Allison, I love the coat and thank you, but I'd rather not have the coat and just have you around more.
Allison immediately gets angry and starts pacing in front of her as she walks back and forth in front of Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, are you gonna start this again? If I don't put in the time, I will never be offered a partnership. I will be an associate forever. We have had this conversation over and over.
And it's never done any good. I am still neglected, and you still do the same thing. You put your work above our marriage.
No, I don't.
Stupid statement. You do. But it won't matter in a couple of months, so it's not worth fighting about.
What's that supposed to mean?
What do you think?
I have no idea.
Use your head.
I have no idea, seriously.
That proves my point. It proves that you are so consumed with what goes on outside of these four walls that you have no clue what is happening in our lives.
Allison maintains her quizzical look.
What's happening? Tell me.
Allison, our marriage expires in a little over 2 months. After that, you're on your own. I'm out of here and we're done.
Oh no! Elizabeth, I want to renew. I want to start a family. I need you around.
Good luck with that, buddy. You have made me feel unattractive and neglected and invisible.
Elizabeth, I am so sorry, but I am going to fix this. You'll see.
Peter and Martha's third-floor apartment. This is the end of part 1 of 8 will get you 7. Join us for part 2. We will begin with our fourth couple, Peter and Martha. They don't get along very well. Martha will head out to the bar with her girlfriends and Peter will go to the casino with his friends. See you there.